Ethan borrowed a new top-of-the-line camera from his school's media department for his final project. He was excited until things took a turn for the worse. Despite being careful, the neck strap loosened and he dropped the camera. It seemed fine at first glance, but then he noticed that one of the buttons no longer worked properly. His heart sank. Ethan knew the camera was worth thousands, and he was terrified of what might happen next. Mr. Carson, the man in charge of the equipment rentals, was stern and generally unfriendly. He couldn't imagine facing him. He thought about not telling anyone. After all, it was just a small button, and maybe no one would notice. He could leave the camera in the after-hours return box and forget about it, but his conscience wouldn't let him ignore it. Still, how would he find the money to fix the camera? He decided to ask his dad for advice. His father, calm and wise, told him, "Ethan, always tell the truth. No matter the outcome, you'll sleep better knowing you did the right thing. Remember that integrity is doing the right thing even if no one is watching. By doing this, you will also gain people's trust." The next day, Ethan nervously walked down the long hallway to the media room, the camera in his hands, feeling heavier than ever. His heart raced, but he knew he had to own up to his mistake. He approached the desk where the grumpy Mr. Carson was waiting. "How was the camera?" he muttered under his breath. Ethan hesitated before answering, his voice shaky. "It was great, but there's one problem. I accidentally dropped it, and one of the buttons doesn't work. I'm really sorry." Mr. Carson looked at the camera, then shrugged casually. "That's what insurance is for. Don't worry about it." Ethan's mouth dropped open. "Wait, you mean I don't have to pay for it?" "No, not at all. And thank you for being honest. It's rare for someone to come forward like that. You've got a good head on your shoulders." Ethan thanked Mr. Carson with excitement and appreciation. Ethan left the media room feeling lighter than he had in days. His heart, once full of dread, was now at peace. He was so relieved that he had done the right thing and so grateful for his dad's wise words. As an added bonus, he gained the respect and friendship of Mr. Carson. In life, we may find ourselves in tricky situations where we're afraid of the consequences and tempted to lie or cover up our mistakes. But nothing compares to the peace of mind that comes from doing what we know is right. When we choose honesty, we often find that others appreciate our integrity more than we expect. It's always worth doing the right thing, even when it's hard.